Alright, so if you were curious about how is the new Dragon Ball Super movie, the Broly movie, is it good for just generally everybody? Is it good for Dragon Ball fans? Is it a good balance? You know, if you're just curious about somebody's opinion on this matter, here's my take, and without further ado, here we go. So hello, it's Samurai Kibiji, in which every week I encourage you to be geek, be proud, be awesome. I don't talk enough Dragon Ball on this channel, but if people pay attention, they will know that Dragon Ball is my all-time favorite anime, but specifically Dragon Ball Z is the entire franchise I love. This new Dragon Ball Super movie, I was very curious to see how it stood up to, past just all Dragon Ball movies, but this one seemed like the most effort put into a movie in quite some time when it comes to the Dragon Ball universe. The trailers put so much on the table for me to wonder about, and that excited me. And how did it stack up? And I'm gonna go about sharing my thoughts about this being a Dragon Ball fan. That's the thing. I'm a massive theory, like Dragon Ball. I freaking love Dragon Ball. Look at these little Dragon Balls. They're so freaking cute, I love them. And going in this movie as anything but a Dragon Ball fan, I honestly am not sure if this is gonna be for you, because this movie, first off, it is very canon. This movie takes place after the Dragon Ball Super anime. But the neat thing is after this movie, the story of Dragon Ball Super can continue based off of this movie instead of retelling it like they did for Battle of Gods and Resurrection of F, because this is a totally canon storyline that was written by Toriyama, who's the creator of the Dragon Ball series. And the title of this movie is called Dragon Ball Super Broly. This movie is based off of a Broly character, to which Dragon Ball fans know who Broly is. This guy was the most popular movie character in the Dragon Ball Z franchise, but he wasn't canon. Broly this go around, he is super interesting. He is no longer some big brute that he used to be in the past iterations that he's had. Kakarot. No, he actually has depth this go around, and that's freaking exciting. It's similar to Infinity War in the aspect that I personally feel that Broly is the main character of this movie, and that's why it's titled Broly. It's almost like this is an origin story for Broly, and you can tell this is a very canon storyline that it could be passed off, but I just feel like, no, this is a very canon story that this was about the character named Broly. Not to mention he has way more depth with his father Paragus this go around. You feel a lot more of a connection between these two instead of just them having the title father and son. This feels a lot more like this is an actual father-son relationship, and that leads to certain plot points that I wish paid off more in the second half, but we'll get into that. This movie has a strong ass start. You see it in, I think, the second trailer for this movie, where you get to see a new origin story of the Saiyans, which I'm sure a lot of fans debate about, why we already had an origin story for the Saiyans, why are you twisting and turning it? It's roughly the same story, they just kind of added some more emotional beats to it that I really appreciated. Easily, to me, had the best introduction of any Dragon Ball movie I've seen so far. It had the best introduction, it got me to tear up, and it was built a lot of depth that made me want to rewatch the Frieza saga in particular. And it was just a strong start to build, the lore, the characters, and this is ultimately a story of three Saiyans meeting, being Goku, Vegeta, and Broly, and how the three of them are going to intertwine at some point. And when they meet, that's the thing, the second half of this movie gets really sort of endless feeling, because it's clear, when you watch Dragon Ball, Z and onward specifically, you watch it for the fights. That's what Dragon Ball is known for. It's known for its epic shenanigans of battles. Just, I'm strong, you're strong, let's fight. That's very strongly used in the second half, and it gets to the point where it's a little bit endless, and it kind of made the strong first half of this movie, it seriously was a strong first half that did great job establishing characters, showcasing a really cool new animation style that honestly blew my mind at times and even blows my mind more in the second half. And then once everything starts to finally happen in the second half and all these characters are meeting, it was good, and they had occasional beats that broke the battle up, but my only issue is that the battle seemed almost like it was endless. It was constant. This movie far exceeds the original Broly movie, far exceeds it. But the second half, I just wish that they kind of inserted more beats that they could have easily put in that was set up in the first half. But it's still freaking enjoyable, and the fight sequence blew my mind. The animation in this movie is spectacular. It's such a new design that at first I was a little bit nervous about, but after watching it, the animation in this film went far beyond almost any shonen anime movie I've seen, truly. The way that even the cinematography worked, where it's trying to track the fighters and the camera shake, and like controlled camera shake, it's not like obnoxious camera shake, and things would be like moving so fast, it's almost like you're involved in the fight. Instead of spectating the fight, you feel like you're involved with it, with the way the camera and animation works, and the sound design is spectacular, and some of the transformation sequences, as like a DBZ fan, were spectacular. There's certain uses of color that they do that make it seem like, yes, they have to flex certain things to turn into these guys. But yeah, the fight against Broly through the second half was freaking awesome, and I just, this movie would have been like super amazing to me if it just inserted a couple more beats than it had in the second half to kind of break it up. And there's some new characters introduced that play a little bit of a part in the second half. I like them. I like the addition of these new characters and introducing new things to the lore. It really progressed the story forward in Dragon Ball, and I really like that coming from a movie. Honestly, it's a hard debate for me to decide which Dragon Ball movie is my favorite. It's between this and Battle of Gods. I freaking really like this movie, I did. I don't know if I could say it's amazing, only because the second half starts to drag, but at the same time, it's not new to Dragon Ball. It's what Dragon Ball fans know and love, so here's my verdict. This movie is amazing for Dragon Ball fans. If you're a Dragon Ball fan, you have probably a couple days left, if you're in the US anyways. Go watch this movie in theaters. It's amazing to watch in theaters, like so good to see in theaters. And kind of casual or newer fans, you'll get to know what you need to know, because this movie does a good job of recapping everything you need to know, because it does continue off the Dragon Ball Super anime. And I think you'll have somewhat of a good time with it if you like action. If you like action anime, then yeah, this will be a good theater experience for you. It just overall had the potential to leave such a stronger impact with me, with the strong ass start the movie had, that I didn't feel like it paid off super great in the second half. But I really like this movie. I'd say as a Dragon Ball fan, this movie's an A-, and if you're just kind of like being more critique-wise for the general audience, it's probably a solid B. So let's just meet in the middle ground and say I give Dragon Ball Super Broly a B+. So have you seen Dragon Ball Super Broly yet, or are you curious to see it? Like, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Leave those for me, because I love to engage with them. If you have spoilers, try to, press a few enter bars, and then, that way people can't see the comment without pressing read more. If you want to see my review for kind of the overall Dragon Ball Super scene, mostly its finale, then I'll leave a link to a video of that down below, as well as my 10 favorite Kingdom Hearts moments, to which I talked about last week, and we'll probably have a live stream next week talking about that, being before my big blackout of Kingdom Hearts 3. But guys, thank you so much for watching this. I will catch you in the next video below, or wherever you click on.